What's up, guys? Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to join my Patreon if you want to see the version with my commentary on it. I appreciate the support as always. Alright, so this is a kind of cool game because I got to show off a strategy that I learned literally like the day before. So when I knew I was playing Lucci, I asked Sammy Wang, who got third at Liverpool with Lucci, who plays a lot of Lucci in general and is just a really good player, for some Lucci tips, both on my deck and also matchup tips. And ironically, the one he gave me the most tips on was actually Enel. I didn't know I'd be facing so many Enel. I think I ended up facing 3 in a day. And the tips that he gave me actually came in handy. So I was able to choose who went first, and I chose to go first here. And the strategy he told me basically was, if you have Jack to play on curve on 7, just don't attack at all. Just starve them so that they can't answer your Jack when you play on curve, unless they want to Rygo and burn away 3 life. Or if they have some flambe, they could, but then even then, they need to draw multiple flambe. Otherwise, it would be a pretty nick play. So that's what I did here. I had Jack since the beginning of the hand. I'm not sure if I mulliganed into it or if I kept it in my opening hand, but yeah, so I just chose not to attack him. And then the cool thing about Brook here is that I'm able to KO that Nami without even swinging my leader, just because I have 2 of them here. And I set up my trash pretty well with these 2 span dams as well. So one of the things about not attacking is that your trash is pretty empty. So your Moria is going to be worse. You'll have less cards to work with for Lucci. Even later Tempest kicks, you won't be able to use them early on. You have to wait till later. But yeah, so I'm just really adopting that hard starve strategy here since I have Jack in hand. And then when I play him on curve, it'll be really hard for him to answer, basically. But yeah, so he's able to swing over one of my Brooks, and I was expecting the other one to die too, but I was expecting Gadatsu. So him having to use a Nami, which forces him to discard a card, is a lot better for me. He loses a card out in the end there. And now that I'm on my Jack, now you're just going to see me play Jack and just keep passing until I can play multiple bodies where even if he Ragos one, the other one will survive. So yeah, so the game's looking really good for me. I had a really solid board, whereas he really didn't establish much. He didn't really get much done. He was able to take out 1 life, but other than that, like, Enel wants to be aggressor here. You want to get them down low in life because the later the game goes on, the more favored it is towards Lucci, especially where even in some games, I can get to the bottom of my deck and go through all the Tempest kicks and Morias that I bot decked and then have really efficient 10 down plays where I double Tempest kicked and use Moria. Yeah, and then the big thing here is not to rest the Jack. I don't want him to invest all his down and swing into the Jack. There's no reason for me to rest him just for the filter. I just want to keep him standing. And yeah, he's gonna keep going aggressive here, and I think I take this one because at worst, I'm gonna take 2 life. He could play a 7 cost no here, but if he did that, then he would only be able to swing 5k with the Nami, and I'll just counter out that attack instead. So I took the first one there, just expecting him to go at max at 5k and 7k. At worst, he'll just spend most of his time attacking again and not establish anything much. And yeah, so I'm going down to 2. And even if you're at 2 life here early, sometimes they'll play Katakuri to put your Mortis back in your life as well, and then you'll heal up above 2 anyway. So now that he has something for me to attack into, I can just attack with my Lucci just to get the filter in. And he does the right thing here and lets it go, which I think is smart because I was on KO with my Jack anyway. And then now I can establish multiple big bodies if I have them. I don't think I have them yet, but I can use my Jack now to filter because I can play up some blockers to protect him. Yeah, so I'm going to use my Jack here, try to find like a Moria or something. But I don't think I find it here, so I'm just going to play a blocker and then probably establish a 5 cost just so I can keep going wide on my board and still make it hard for him to kill this Jack without burning all his life through Rygo. So the unfortunate thing about keeping on such high life is that his Yamato can pop up to a 6 cost now, so basically anything besides my 2 top end cards, which are Jack and Moria, are going to get KO'd by Yamato, but at least he doesn't get the heal for it. Even if he plays Ace, it can only heal and it won't gain the rush. And yeah, here I'm thinking about playing the Brook, and I'm okay with playing the Brook here because I have so many bodies for him to answer. I have the Sabo, which will protect my Brook. There's probably no way he kills this Brook because I'm going to protect it with the Rebecca and even the Sabo. And the good thing about Sabo there is that I get to filter out to look for a top end. I really want to get to the board state where I establish 2 big bodies, and it's going to be hard for him to answer both because he can't Rygo both. He has to swing over one and Rygo the other, but even then, if he only has 4 extra Dawn after using a Rygo, he probably won't be able to take it down. So really taking it really slow compared to my earlier Moria game where I kind of played it like normally where I attacked. But yeah, he's just played Ace here just for the heal, going up to 5 life, which is pretty good for him. But then now I can start swinging still and still not feel the threat of Rygo just because he's going to have to burn a lot of life. And like I said before in the other match, like the important thing about this match is to try to keep your Ice Ages and Tempest Kicks, because those are the cheap cost reduction that you can pair while playing a big body. So yeah, I get the Tempest Kick there. I think I finally have enough in trash, so I'm able to get his Ace down to 7. To kill it with Jack, I need to get to 3, so I need 4 more cost reduction. The Brook and the Leader give me 2 cost reduction, so I just need 2 more cost reduction. Yep, so I'm just swing 5k. I'm okay with starting to swing his life now because I'm going to establish multiple big bodies anyway. So even if he Rygos and if I get him down to 1 life and he Rygos, I'm going to have another big body next to it. Yep, and he finally tries to take his life. I'm swinging 5k again. Getting a Hina in trash is also big because now I can do Rebecca Hinas to pair with my Jack and KO most things, because a 4 cost reduction in addition to my Leader makes it 5, and now I'll KO almost anything. Especially because anything else I need to be really cheap anyway. So yeah, I got him down to 3. And then I swing at the Jack here just because I don't need to pop him. I think I have another Jack in hand. And yeah, I think I stopped swinging here. I think I want to leave him down to 2 life just because 1 life is the magic number for them, where they can play Yamato and heal, they can play Ace and heal and rush. And yeah, I'm going to play a Suru there just to get rid of it. And then I can play Jack and then KO his Ace. And do some more filtering as well. So now, if 1 Jack was hard enough for him to answer, 2 Jacks can be basically impossible. Jack being 11 cost is pretty absurd. Like, if it was 8 cost, then he could have answered it with Katakuri, 8 cost Katakuri. Or sorry, 7 cost, then he could have answered it with 8 cost Katakuri on curve. But yeah, him being 11k is so hard for most decks to answer him. But yeah, my board is looking pretty well developed. I have 2 big bodies, I have 2 blockers, and I have a Brook who gets me turn value. And yeah, he swings 6. I'm just gonna block that. And yeah, he plays the Yamato, and yeah, it didn't really matter sequencing. He could have played Yamato and popped the blocker and then swing 6k my Brook instead, but this way guarantees it, because if he does it the other way where he pops the Yamato and swings 6k my Brook, I could protect it, but I don't really care about protecting it at this point because my board's gonna get really cluttered, so I don't really need like low value characters like that Brook. I want higher value characters, like higher cost characters, and even Morias. Yeah, so I'm swing 7k here, and honestly at this point, I'm kind of hoping the Sabo dies to the trigger in life, just so he'll waste a card, because I'm going to play Moria, and then it's going to basically force me to run over the Sabo anyway. So I wouldn't even mind it if the Sabo gets popped by anything in life. So he's thinking about the 7, thinking about like how many attacks he needs to take. I think this is a smart counter, just because my next couple attacks might be even bigger. Yeah, swing 5k just to get cards in trash, and maybe even get 1k more counter. Yeah, the game's looking really good for me. I think like it's a pretty dominating position, as long as I'm not breaking or anything. But with how much I drew off of the Sabo, how much filtering I'm doing through 2 Jacks, it's really hard for me to break. And yeah, I swing here even though I can't really threaten him to go down to 0 anymore because he doesn't use his Leader effect, just because I don't want him to be at 2 life, where he could play a cost Katakuri and still be at 2 life and kind of delay my aggressiveness. I want to force him to basically play a healer. Yep, because I'm playing Moria, and then Moria should bring back, I think, Rebecca Hina. Eventually, not the first one. I need to bring back a 2 cost first, so I'm gonna bring back Rebecca Suru. So my Leader made the Yamato 8 cost, Suru's gonna make it a 6 cost, and then Rebecca's gonna make it 2 cost, where my remaining Jack can still KO it. But yeah, having the Rebecca in trash early makes Jack so much more valuable, because Rebecca Hina makes it really strong and able to KO almost anything. And yeah, I just leave 1 down open. I didn't really care about it. Yeah, so now he's staring at an even more threatening board where I have 3 big bodies now. And yeah, again, I have to run over my own Sabo. So if he had something to trigger out of life to kill the Sabo, I would have been happy, because that's 1 less card that I have to worry about. And then just swing 7k, kind of telegraphing an 8 cost Katakuri. And yeah, so this is why I swung last turn and put him down to 1. I don't want to be at 2 life to do this, just because I wouldn't be able to throw him down to 0. Now it makes it really a lot easier to get swings in and force him to counter cards, because whereas if he had 2 life, I'd have to swing at him 4 times to lethal him. Now I only have to swing him 3 times to lethal him. So then, yeah, this makes this attack a lot, like, basically makes him have to counter it. If he's at 2 life, he probably would have took that. And then now I'm just going to swing 5k, just try to get small amounts of counter, leave up 8 dons, still kind of telegraphing a Moria play. And now I think I stopped swinging just because I can't get him down to 0 anymore because I don't want to swing with both jacks. I want to leave one jack to pop his category probably. Just thinking about how many cards left in deck because I think I'm running really low right now. I don't want to deck out, so that's like the one thing I have to worry about is not decking out. Yep, and I just do a regular Moira. And since I was really worried about decking out, I think I did a less optimal Moira where I did Rebecca Spandine to bring back Khalifa because I wanted to put some cards back in my deck and just really be sure I didn't deck out. Like I could have brought back Rebecca Hina and it would have been better here, but I just wanted to be sure that I didn't deck out. Yep. He's gonna be able to KO his category. And then I think I used the other one. I just don't use the other one at all because I really don't want to draw extra cards right now. So similar sports day as last time, except that I replaced a Khalifa for the Hina. But now if he does the same thing, he's going to keep chipping out cards. Because last turn, I was able to get 3 cards out of his hand. 2 for the 7k attack and 1 for the 5k attack. So if this keeps going on at the pace is going, then he's going to run out of cards eventually. He just plays the Nami. Probably KO my Rebecca. And then probably try to do a 10k at my Jack. Which will probably never work. Just because I've been drawing so many cards and filtering so much that there's inconceivable that I would not keep counters in my hand. Yep, tries to go 10k at my Jack, and I think that'd be easy. 2k, 1k. Even 2k, 2k, even more. Okay, so now like I basically have game unless he hits some crazy stuff out of life. So I just gotta make sure, even if I go all in and leave myself defenseless, he's not gonna be able to take that much life off of me. And yeah, just go for easy 9k. Just swinging for good numbers here. Yep, and then here comes another 9k. And then now it's just easy 7k and then the rest on probably whoever lives.